Hey, call me Shape, and today I'm reacting to a video titled Feminist Gets Fired Seconds After Posting This Video. Let's get right into it.
You can go 90 miles an hour. You can't. You can't do that. So get away.
The since-deleted TikTok was created by Federal Way police officer Brianna Strauss, who said it was a public service announcement for other drivers.
PSA to everyone out there. I'm speaking for myself, but I'm probably speaking for a large majority of other officers out there. If we're driving on the freeway in our police car, get away. Get away.
In the 38-second clip, Strauss tells the viewers, quote, "I can go 90 miles per hour. You can't." She also says officers will find a way to pull someone over.
If us officers stay behind you long enough, we can find a reason to pull you over. If you merge and we follow behind you and we merge too, you're probably in trouble. The best way to find that out is get away.
In a statement to local media, the Federal Way Police Department said in part, quote, "We have viewed the social media video posted by Officer Strauss and can assure you that it does not represent the core values and practices of our police department."
Stop filming me.
Fans aside, I personally would not advocate for employers to go looking to see how qualified the candidates are by the first thing that they're searching up after they see the name on the resume. Let's see if they have fans.
It comes up pretty quickly,
and it wouldn't just be that as part of their history any more than I think it's relevant for an employer to be like, let's look through their Facebook, let's look through their Twitter, to specifically comb through their prospective applicants' internet history.
Okay,
in that way.
Internet history and fans are two different things.
Fans can be part of your internet.
So if I'm a CEO and I'm hiring somebody, let's say I'm hiring a salesperson to close high-ticket deals and they're talking with important people on a daily basis, and I'm sending that salesperson to go speak with these people, and if any of those people that they speak to look up that person's name and they find pornography of them all over the internet, obviously they're going to take me and my company far less seriously if I have somebody working like that for me. How can you say that that's not important?
Well, hello. It's your friendly neighborhood therapist who thought she could save these but got her job terminated as a result. I posted a video on Monday telling men that their dusty behavior is only harming them and that they would benefit from emotional intelligence, and by Friday didn't have employment.
That's called the consequences of your actions. I know it's probably the first time you've been held accountable, but I hope you get used to it, as that's how the real world works.
So you say on this video, "What the F?" and then you put in the caption that you tried to stay composed. From what? That man doesn't even look at you. He doesn't even pay attention to you, except for to move his shoulder back to get out of your way to let you off the elevator as he hurries to try and catch it. So what exactly are you upset about? If anything, he should be mad at you for taking your sweet time to get off the elevator just so you can get a video for social media. And you don't even have the decency to hold the doors for that man. Let me ask you something. Have you ever had an elevator close on you? That hurts, and that's an old man. Imagine if he would have got hurt from this. Bullying an old man, then post it online as if it's something to be proud of. And all for what? Some likes and attention on social media. Shame on you. You need to do better. Mind your own business.
Gen Z boss in a mini. Gen Z boss in a mini. Itty bitty evolve. Itty bitty evolve. 5'3" in an attitude. 5'3" in an attitude. Secret product in the trench. Secret product in the trench. New friend green and a sneaky link. New friend green and a sneaky link. Fake 10 hands in a hoop. Fake 10 hands in a hoop.
Like, I don't care if I get fired because of this. There's no way I would. But like, if any of my managers are watching this, keep scrolling. There's a few things that different customers have said to me that have made me think like, girl, you're at a Chili's. 1, lemon in your water. This is a Chili's. It's not gonna make the water better and it's not gonna make the cup clean. 2, you want your steak butterflied? Am I saying that right? I don't know what that is. You're at a Chili's. I'm gonna tell them what to do. They're not gonna do it. And while we're at it, 3, I'm asking you how you want your steak cooked. It doesn't matter. It's a nicety. This is me being polite. You're gonna get what you get.
I don't think nicety is a word. I don't think it's a word. Just to review some of the things that we've seen so far. So the first girl gave her boss, I guess what would be a joke, something with the word cuntafil or something. I don't know. Like it's trying to make fun, trying to put the word cunt in it. You know, he didn't take it lightly, so he fired her. A police officer saying that she's allowed to do 90, you're not allowed to. Baby, that sounds like you're saying there's 2 sets of laws, one for you and one for everybody else. And that may be true, but you don't want to say that out loud, so dummy. Okay, but I've heard that she didn't lose her job, she just got suspended. You know, she's a white girl, she got white privilege, so she got away with that. If I did that when I was a police officer, and I've never been a police officer, but if I ever was a police officer and I did that, I would have lost my job, okay? Another girl, so we did that, who else was there? It doesn't matter. The point is that a lot of these women are getting fired for their TikTok videos. I find it very ironic because all I do is react to crazy TikToks of women saying the most ridiculous things. And it just proves to show you that what happens now is that people are realizing how immature women are and they have no clue. Like, these women get online, they make videos, and they think we all agree with them. Baby, no, we don't. No, we don't. The funny thing about life is you don't see the world the way, like I tell people, you don't see things the way they are. You see things the way you are. As far as women go, a lot of women are stuck in adolescence. They have the mentality of a 15-year-old in their grown adult life. So it's kind of sick to think about it, right? That you might be hooking up with a grown woman's body, but she has a mind of a 15-year-old, right? It's like perverted. It's like gross. It's like an ick, right? And it's sad because a lot of these women want to be taken seriously. They want to be validated for being smart, for being intelligent, for being great human beings, for being clever. But they're far from that. They're far from that. And, you know, anybody that knows anything about these TikTok videos and women, please tell me why y'all doing this. Like, what is the purpose of doing this? Do y'all want to just hear yourself talk? Is it for attention? You know, do you impress yourself? Like, I think women are really impressed by themselves. And they don't realize that no one else is impressed. Like, I'm not impressed. Like, here's this girl, right? She's talking about, oh, it's a Chili's. Like, duh, you should know. Like, I'm going to give you horrible service because it's a Chili's. Like, you know, I got my hair cut and I look like a dyke. So, you know, of course I'm going to give horrible service. Like, imagine if she was your waiter. She's giving you attitude, arguing about everything for what? Because she thinks this is the right way to go about it. And I want to say this, right? This is a little bit off topic. But do you know women were some of the biggest supporters of slavery and segregation? Because when you're born into an environment where you see black people being mistreated, or I should just say people being mistreated, and that's just the way things are, women are very big on that. They're very big on this is the way things are. This is why we must do this. And so they are some of the most evilest persons you could ever come across, right? Like during Nazi Germany, some of the women were some of the most corrupt and the most disgusting, despicable human beings because they can't think for themselves. They got to think in this group think. Everybody's doing it, so it must be right. 304 culture, everybody's doing it, so it must be right, you know? And it's funny now. Now we get to review these videos ourselves and say, gee, I didn't realize a lot of women were this stupid. Like, it's so rare to find an intelligent woman just because women don't get rewarded for intelligence. It's sad. Like, how can we start rewarding women for intelligence, right? I want to. I really want to. But men don't marry intelligent women. They don't hook up with intelligent women. They don't reproduce with intelligent women. So we barely see them. Or if they are, they're not on camera. So please, intelligent women, start making videos so we can kind of balance out all the dumb videos we see from women daily. Like, it's really laughable at this point.
Either be bleeding or overdone. Like, just, why are you getting a steak here? 3, you're telling me the bathroom's dirty? What isn't? This is a Chili's. So many times a day, I just want to say, hey, you're at Chili's. Hey, guess where you are? You're at Chili's. I got fired for it. My managers did not keep scrolling.
It's a crop top controversy going viral.
A male flight attendant came up to us and
aggressively said, mumbled, put something on.
The women took this video before boarding, showing they had sweaters, but removed them, saying the plane did not have air conditioning before takeoff.
He's telling both of us to put our sweaters on, and then we're like, oh, can we see a dress code?
Carla Hager, a woman they did not know, was sitting in front of them.
I also have a crop top under my sweater, and I took my sweater off, and I was like, so if they're kicking you off the flight, then they're also going to have to kick me and my toddler off of the flight.
But that's what happened. The 3 women and a toddler kicked off the Spirit Airlines plane with no refund. A statement from the company said, "Our contract of carriage, a document all guests agree to upon making a reservation with us, includes certain clothing standards for all guests traveling with us. We are investigating the matter and we are in contact with the guests about their experience."
Their plane, their rules. If you don't want to follow their rules, you can get off the plane. The only victims here are the people that had to deal with your entitled behavior.
Still stand by the fact that my husband is the ugliest man that I have ever met 5 years into our marriage.
Oh dear. Well, that's nice, isn't it?
If you are single right now, it's because you want to be attracted to your partner.
And what exactly is wrong with that?
And that is just not realistic.
Wow. It must be pure magic being married to someone that thinks like that.
I don't know how many times women on this app are going to have to say it. Find an ugly man and marry him.
I have to wonder, you think their husband knows that they think that way about them?
And I'm not talking about a guy that just needs a little brush up, okay? I'm talking about a terminally unattractive man.
Terminally unattractive. Right. I wonder if they're referring to their own personality.
I sleep with an eye mask at night so that I have time in the morning to mentally prepare before I make eye contact with my husband.
I think he could do better.
But here I am, married, and you're not, so who's laughing?
I think quite a few of us are laughing, especially those of us that understand that just because a person happens to be married doesn't make them any better than anyone else, as we have just seen demonstrated.
My ick is when you come in for your induction talking about, can I take a shower and eat?
What? My ick is when you ask me how much the baby weighs, and it's still in your hands.
Dad comes outside and asks for a paternity test right outside the room door.
Saying you don't want any pain medicine, no epidural, but you are at an 8 out of 10 pain with just a Cervidil, and you're still closed, fingertip.
When we've already told you to push the call light, but every 5 minutes, your family member coming at the front desk asking for something else. Excuse me, can I have a blanket? Another ick.
It's sad, but this is the reality. We got to do it. And you know what, man? Imagine being in a hospital where women act like this. Women are so concerned about their feelings when it comes to doing their job. But the most important thing is how I feel. How I feel is so important. It's so important. It's a religious practice. Did you know that? Did you know this is a religious practice? Yeah, it's called hedonism. Hedonism is the practice, right? It's a philosophy that the most important thing in life is your feelings. It's how things feel. It's pleasure. You need to pursue pleasure at all costs. It is the highest good of all goods. Pleasure. So these women look at it like, oh, I'm displeased. My life is hard. It's tough. People complain. Customer service is difficult. They're stupid. These customers are stupid. These customers are dumb. You know, obviously you should know this is a Chili's. Obviously you know this is a hospital. Obviously you know that we're not going to help you get a paternity test if you're a guy standing outside the delivery room of your wife, your girlfriend, whatever. These women give horrible customer service, but the funny thing about this is if they received horrible customer service, they'll be the first person complaining and trying to write your boss. They'll be the first one. They'll be the first one. But you know what it is? It's narcissism. They're not concerned about how you feel and how anyone else feels. They're concerned about how they feel. They. It's all about them. It's all about them. And as men, we have to put up with this. So now women are starting to see, this is why we're not dealing with this anymore. Baby girl, you had one job, and that is to do your job. And you're online complaining about your job, and now you're losing your job. You had one job to just do your job, but you're online complaining about your job. Now you're losing your job. So, if you work with women like this, please let me know in the comments below. This is horrible. I don't work with people like this. I'm fortunate enough that a lot of the people I work with, and I work at a very high-end gym, we're like Disneyland, okay? We're a gym, but we're like Disneyland, right? Member experience is everything. And for me, it was difficult at first because I won't lie. I came up in an environment where, yeah, you put your emotions first, how you feel. It's a big shift to focus on the customer, focus on the customer's experience. It's a big shift. But you know what I've realized is it's a very practical and a smart shift. Because you know what? The public is difficult. The public is unruly. The public is petulant. Right? So you have to deal with petulance on a daily basis from people. You have to deal with the fact that people are highly irritable 24/7 and that we have to serve them. And if you don't like it, why don't you become your own boss? Why don't you quit and you start your own job? You start your own company. What you realize is that's even harder. Because now you went from the customer just being somebody you serve to now your customer being your boss. Because when you are self-employed, now your customer's your boss. Now you got a bunch of bosses. So you went from having one boss who you have to keep happy to now you got to keep all your bosses happy. And if you don't keep them happy, you're out of a job. You're out of a gig. You're out of a client. Very different life experience. But for these women, the people they serve are not paying them directly. They get paid indirectly for them. So they feel like these people are not important. They're not important. You're not important because you don't pay me. You don't pay my bills. You don't pay my bills. You don't pay my bills. My boss pays my bills. But your boss paying your bills to take care of their customers. You're getting paid to take care of people's clients, take care of people's members, take care of people's visitors. Women don't care about anybody. That's what we've seen in this past couple minutes. We see that women don't care about anybody. They're self-centered. They care about themselves. And I tell you, I've done 600 videos on my channel, and it's the same thing over and over again. And women think they're so special. You guys are all snowflakes. You're all so unique and different in your own way. Oh my God, your mom made you special. But the reality of it is you're just the same. You follow everybody else, so you have what everyone else has, and you behave just the same way everyone else does. With the same talking points. I'm used to it now. I'm so used to it. Right now, if I have a conversation with a girl, I know exactly what she's going to say. Not because I could read minds, because I hear the same things over and over and over again. It'll be very refreshing to hear a woman that has a brain that's not the size of a pea. It'd be very impressive. I would love that. I would be enamored with that. Okay? And it's funny because, I was at the gym today. I was working out, which, by the way, if you don't work out, my friends, you guys should work out. Okay? So since now you're not dating women, right? A lot of y'all not dating women. Y'all staying single. Okay. So invest into yourself. Use your time to invest in yourself, right? I seen a girl at the gym and I just had to approach her. Man, she was beautiful, black girl, natural hair, fit, huge behind. Very attractive. I wasn't going to say nothing to her. But I was like, Jesus, man. I got to find out if this girl's single. I got to find out what's her deal. So I approached her. She was very welcoming. I was like, oh, this girl, very friendly girl. Okay, all right, Because I walked up. She was like sitting down on the mat, doing like, she just finished with an ab workout. I don't know if she's doing like Russian twists or something. So I walk up to her and I'm like, I had to kind of squat because I'm standing there. I had to kind of squat and, she takes off her earpiece, and we make eye contact. So I start talking. I'm saying, hey, look. I said, you new to this gym? She said, yeah, I'm new to this. She said, I'm just visiting my brother. My brother's up here. I live in South Jersey, but my brother's up here. I'm just visiting my brother. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. I never seen you before. I said, I don't really see beautiful black women that are fit in the gym. I'm coming on. I'm laying it thick on her. You know what I'm saying? She's liking it. She's tall. She has a great smile. She had a nice little short haircut, but it was nice. It was natural hair. It was her hair. I liked it. It's authentic. But the part that I think was really funny was I asked her how old you are. And she said, I'm 38. I mean, it's almost as if she was going to start lying. Baby, how'd you forget your age? We know very well women are obsessed with their age because they try to hide it from everybody. Red flag number 1. 2, I'm like, if you're single, she was like, it depends who's asking. I'm like, I'm asking. Red flag number 2. I mean, she got a beautiful girl, and she got 2 red flags already, right? She's almost age 40, and she's about to lie about it. And now she's questioning about whether she's single or not. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, she's like, how old are you? I was like, I'm 37. I was like, yeah, I want to, you know. In my mind now, I'm like, when she told me her age, I already told you I think about women my age. I ain't with that anymore. But I figured, you know, it might be for recreational use only. It might be worth it. And then she's like, I was like, well, let me ask you this. I mean, do you want to have kids? You want to start a family? Because look, if I'm going to talk to a girl, I want to talk to a girl who wants a family. I don't want to talk, even if it's just for a casual thing. I don't want to talk to women who don't want kids. I don't feel like you're a good woman if you don't want kids. And she said, it depends if it's the right person. Red flag number 3. Right? And then she tries to disqualify herself, which is the 4th red flag. And I'm like, Jesus. She's like, well, I just got a relationship. And, you know, I'm like, all right, you know, okay. She's like, that's why she's like, it depends who's asking. And she's like, yeah. And she's like, oh, yeah, and I also have a son. And the way she said it, I could tell she was saying it as like, you might not want me after you hear this. And it was just so interesting. It was so interesting. I don't know. Guys, approach girls. Tell me what you find. I'm finding that it's more of the same. A lot of these women are very much the same. If I find an attractive woman and she's of age, chances are she has a kid, but she's not with the child father. I looked at her hand and there was no ring on her finger. I looked at her hand. I'm like, there's no ring on your finger? And one of my good subscribers, Mr. always says, you know, if they're single by this age, it's something wrong with their personality. And I agree. Not only something wrong with their personality, something wrong with their philosophy, their view on life. They think they got all the time in the world to BS and waste people's time, and at the end, they're going to get exactly what they want. And this selfish, narcissistic attitude in life is exactly why they are exactly where they are. Anyway, like the video, subscribe to the channel blowing up. I appreciate you guys. Check out some of my other videos, and I'll see you over there.